Hello, this is Bear from Elliott Wave. How's it going? Here's a new analysis on the Nasdaq. As always, here on the channel, today we're going to take a look at the Nasdaq using Elliott Wave theory, see what's happening and what could be happening. And before we get started, don't forget to check out the channel, subscribe if you enjoy the content. It really helps a lot and it costs you nothing. I would really much appreciate it. And on the channel, you can obviously find video analysis on stocks, indices, and crypto, as well as some Elliott Wave free lessons. Back to the video. So today we're going to take a look at the long-term count, see what's my preferred count for long-term, and then we'll take a look at the intraday chart. So here on the weekly, potential 1, 2, we're looking for a wave 3. Now, as always, we like to see Fibonacci relationships between waves in order to have potential targets. As you can see here, 0.6183 against 1 was at $1,352. Equality is at 35,000. So next target, upside target, would be 35,000. Ideally, we will most likely at some point get to $371,000. Yes, that's a long way up, but it's possible. So again, looking for at least 3,500 as potential upside target into wave 3. Now, if we take a look at equality of wave 1 and 5 of minor degree, assuming we have a wave 4 in place here with the 2022 lows, the end of 2022 lows that we've had. So let me just delete this here so it's clear to you. So equality is at 28,000. So 28,000, we have equality of 5 against 1. And then remember at 35,000, we have equality of 3 against 1. So most likely we should, and it looks like we will get to 30,000, and at 30,000, which is also 3. Remember, 3 is a Fibonacci number, so it's a strong number. We could get more than likely some sort of reaction. So that being said, take a look through the daily. Let's again take a look at my preferred count for today. So my preferred count is saying that we have a wave 4 of cycle degree, in place. Now, as you saw here, we have the trend channel. Now, the trend channel, usually you touch wave 4, touches the channel, and then bounces higher. That's not a rule. That's what happens most of the time, but it doesn't have to happen. So, just for reference, we are aware that we could get something like this, and then eventually resume higher. But again, for the sake of this video, we're just going to stick to the scenario where we have a wave 4 in place and we're looking for upside. So that being said, let's zoom in and see what's happening, what we could expect. So here, looking for a low with the October 13th of last year bottom in place, a 1, 2, leading diagonal into wave 1, 3 waves down into wave 2, and then again 1, 2, 3, complex correction into wave 4, and then upside into wave 5. Now we've broken previous resistance here at almost 16,000, and we are now sitting at 16,000 into potential wave 5. Now, a few things to consider. Number one, as you can see here, wave 4 was a 38.2% retracement of wave 1, very common for wave 4s. In addition to that, I did enter some longs, as you can see here on the screen, on 14,200 if I'm not mistaken, but you'll see it as I'm talking. And you could have caught that trade yourself just by joining the Discord with the link in the description. It's totally free, out of charge, and you'll find me there sharing trade idea, as well as you can ask questions, interact with other passionate Elliott Wave traders. So again, same thing that we did on the higher time frame. Equality of 5 and 1 is at 17,000. Now, another common target for wave 5 is 0.618, again, of 5 against 1. And that would be at 15,800. So that target was passed. Now, we did have a bid for 3 days here, as you can see here. We just stayed there for 3 days, and yesterday we bounced higher. So we're going to have to see today what's going to happen. Now, if we take a look at momentum is pretty strong. As you can see, the most momentum we had was in a wave 3 of wave 3 here, where the readings were a bit south of 80. So strongest momentum was in a third of a third, which makes sense and it adds confidence to the count, because indeed we were looking for a third of a third, and now we should start to get RSI divergence. So there's no divergence so far on the daily, which means that we could see a bit more upside. So ideally what could happen is that we break the previous all-time highs, could even get to 17,000. I can easily see it going to 17,000. Ideally you get to 18, as 5 is a fib number, and so is 8. So 15 and 18,000 in this specific example would be my targets. As you can see here, if we draw a line on 15,000, you can see how it acted as support and resistance multiple times. So obviously it's a Fibonacci number 5. So 15 is also a psychological level. So it is pretty natural that it attracts orders, and we can easily see that in the chart. But nonetheless, sticking to Elliott Wave theory, we should see at least some more upside. We are starting to get into dangerous territory when it comes to reversal. If we take a look at 4-hour chart, still there's no signs of RSI divergence. We make higher highs on the chart, and we do the same on the RSI. And if we take a look at the 1-hour chart, I'm not going to go any deeper into that. The best count that we can come up with is most likely a wave 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, so maybe 3, 4, 5 into something like this. This would be minute degree, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of minuet, and I like to have minuet in red. Again, if we take a look at RSI, we are starting to see some sort of divergence on the 1-hour chart as we keep making higher highs on the chart, but we fail to do so on the RSI. But again, it makes sense. Strongest momentum was in a third of a third, so it kind of confirms the count, and it kind of gives us an idea that we are starting to get into a zone of potential resistance, which doesn't take much to understand. Previous all-time highs, strong upside move. So again, looking for 17,000 to act as resistance. Now, one thing worth mentioning is that I have it here as 1, 2, 3 of intermediate degree. So even if we do get resistance on 17,000, looking for some sort of correction to then resume higher again, and at that point we could hit 18,000, then complete higher degree wave 1 of primary degree, again 3 waves down, and then continue higher towards our 35 to, let's say, $30,000 target. So that was kind of it for me today. Just want to focus on the main trend, and I will let the other videos that are going to come up on the channel for more of a intraday analysis. As I said previously, don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay updated to the channel. I'm going to bring weekly updates on the Nasdaq, the S&P, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And then as always, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Let me know what you think about the count. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, it really helps. And I'm looking forward to see you on the next one. Thanks, and safe trading everyone.